Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Slings it to Anderson. It's complete. The tight end has it.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Allen. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Toward toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Throwing now is Allen. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief. And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll get this off to Swift. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Allen now looks to throw. Slant to Adams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here. They'll try it now with Swift. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across. And if I'm the head coach,
Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield.
Jackson's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 4 to 8 seconds now. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. A final shot before half for Allen. Flushed out right. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Roby Coleman. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darren Waller, an even 90 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Rolling to his right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, Panthers. Chase Claypool, 53 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Cooper on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Swift gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to sack.
What the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Right back to Swift again on second down. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Swift, 36 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive, it got his man complete. Touchdown. Darren Waller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll look to throw. Like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. One more time with Swift. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DeAndre Swift with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments. Just